So the last thing I want to do tonight, everybody, we're going to stay right here. Y'all get right with me, right back on this level, facing that way, just as a group, though. Y'all come on this side. Y'all right here. Now, look, just listen to me. Just listen as we go, right? Key points on our 40 is what? Eyes down, head down, butt up, right? Forward what? Beautiful. Forward lean, right? That's the first part. What? Big arms. Big arms. All right, walk out with me. Those first 3 steps are what? Power. Anybody in this group ever pushed a sled before? You know when that sled got 4, 5 plates on it and it be them first 3 steps just to get it moving? That's the steps that this is right here. This ain't the light, cute step. This is the power. This shit heavy. I gotta move it. That's what this is. Mentally, if you get your body to see that, your start's gonna be phenomenal, right? Now let's walk out. When we get right about in this area, should be the first time your body starts to do what? Starts to come up. I'm not a trainer that's gonna tell you it needs to be at this point by this yard and all that, because that just causes confusion. After the 4 or 5 yards, let your body do what it does. It's the same reason Usain Bolt could break every record running this tall for 60 meters. And nobody's ever did that before because everybody else was down here. Part of it is just your natural technique. Some of you gonna be lower, some gonna be higher. Obviously, I don't want your momentum leaning back, but you're either gonna be vertical into that lean. Whatever's comfortable, just do you. I'm not gonna plant no seeds that make you question all that. Walk. We're walking, we're up and running, right? We're up and running. Now, right in this area, 10 to 15-ish, keep coming a little bit. Your number one goal from there to right about here is what? We haven't talked about this yet, but what do you think it is? What is it? High speed, top end speed, max velocity. So we're pushing the hell out that sled. We're driving out. We're gradually coming up. 5 to 7, 8 yards later, we are at what? Max speed, right? Big thing right here. This is where a lot of football players blow it because they try to be track people. In track, especially in the 200s, 400, all the bigger races, what do they tell you to do? To maintain. Maintain your high speed. So they come out of curve in the 200 and they just try to maintain it. That's why you see their form. They have to do that because there's only so much distance you can run to be increasing your speed. But they're running a 200 meter. How far are you guys running? All right, so we ain't got time to be maintaining. We running. We running all out. There's nothing to maintain, and you'll see it. Football players go boom, 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 and they go, cool, now just maintain. Why? You got 40 yards. Fucking empty it out. Empty the tank out, right? So when we get here, we reach, bless you, when we reach max speed, keep running, keep walking. Still arms, still arms. Next thing, make sure, stop right here, make sure when we get to this space that we're not changing our natural running form to where we're not getting any knee drive and we're running behind us. That means we're giving away all the power. You still should have knee drive on that. You don't have to overextend it like you're trying to overdo your technique, but you should have that power coming right in, and we're not overextending. We're not doing the stride thing. We're not doing any of that. We're staying in our sprint mechanics all the way through 50 yards, period. Make sense? Make sense? All right, keep walking. So we're running. We're not overextending. We're not getting weird. We're not leaning back. We're still running. We're racing. Think about if you was in the street racing one of your friends. You just running. You ain't doing all that when there. You just trying to win. That's what I need right here. Stop right here. Where we at? Where we at? Where's the finish line? No, it's not. Not for you. One of the big mistakes. You see it, you approach it, you get close, you say, I'm there, you let off the gas. I've seen it over 1,000 times. Athletes blazing. Boom, 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 and get here and go, and just let off the gas right here. 4 yards, 5 yards. What have you always heard coaches say at the end of a 40? Run through. What are you doing? Finish it. You don't even realize you're doing it. It's equivalent to the dudes in the NFL that drop the ball right before the goal line. Oh, yeah, we climbed it right there. You're like, damn, they don't even realize it. When they call it and all that, they always confused, right? They're like, what the hell, what? I wasn't out there. No, oh, yeah, I was. Same thing. So this not our finish line. Our finish line is 10 yards past this at 50 yards. So when we're coming here, we're max velocity, where I had it, boom, maintaining speed. We're still pushing. And we're coming through, walk with me. We're crossing that line. Stop right there. When we get to that line, what stops us? Laser, correct?
Yes.
Same rules apply. We don't need to over lean forward. If you're in your natural mechanic, because what I don't want is you to get here 30, 35 yards and then think head, and now you do this and you start stumbling for 4 or 5 yards. We've all seen it. Track is different. The reason they do that in track is because your torso has to cross. That's why in track, they always do this at the end, and if it's close, what do they all do? They throw their arms back and push their chest forward, because they're just saying, I got to get my chest to the laser before you. Football is not about that. That's not the mission. Run through it. That's why this is not the finish line, it's down there. Don't get all creative and all that stuff, dive in and fall in. It's just going to throw off everything. Keep walking. We're at how many yards? 45. How many yards we at? We approaching what? This is where you let off the gas. You guys are running a 50-yard sprint, period. One of the great things about this weekend, one of the great things about our phase 1 combine, is going to be enough athletes out there where you can give 100% and go 50 yards, jog down there, jog back, get back in the line, and you still going to have 7 minutes, 8 minutes of rest. So don't be afraid to just let it go. You're going to be fine. You're going to get back in the back of the line. It's going to be how many minutes before you run your second one? Empty it out. Oh, next one, I'm going to go harder. Ain't no go harder. That means go home.